Hello, it's Daniel from up in the Pyrenees Mountains in the very north of Catalonia. Welcome, welcome. So I wasn't planning on doing this, but I heard I needed to do this, so here I am. And so I am up here in the mountains. So I don't live up in the mountains, but I come here as often as I can. I love it here. I came up here day before yesterday, because I just heard that I needed to. And just going through some things in my life, trying to make some things clear to myself, hitting up against some walls in my life, in terms of moving forward on some fronts. And so I came up here, and I'm making incredible headway. And so what I heard as I was driving up here is like, go on up here, follow this road, follow this road. And I'm on top of this road on this mountain, which the last part of it's not paved. And I was just thinking, it's like, this is amazing. It's like, so I'm making this for you. And you are somebody who's expressed some interest in the work that I'm doing with Sheila Haidt around the 3 secret keys, and which we are going to be teaching on our mystical Catalonia Odyssey quest. So this is speaking directly to that. And my whole trip was just a metaphor. It's like, okay, the paved road took me as far as it was going to take me, and then it became unpaved, and I'm like, do I keep going? I don't know. But I want to know, is this something that I should keep going? I just stop, I listen, I feel, I hear. It's like, go ahead. So I go, and I go cautiously, because I have a rental car, which I don't want to damage, and it doesn't sit very high. So I do it cautiously, but I move forward. And this whole trip up here has been that way for me. I heard that I needed to take 2 days off. I mean, I'm really busy right now. And I heard I needed to take 2 days off. So I got a car, and I drove up to the mountains, and I'm just living these 3 keys. The context. So if you remember when we did the workshop, the key ring is the context. So the context for me was, why is it that what is this? How do I get past this block that I'm feeling in the work that I'm doing? Because I'm running up against some blocks. I'm wanting to go farther. I can see farther. I feel pulled farther, but I have blocks. So Sheila and I are hearing from people that they are experiencing blocks in relationship to what we've spoken about with the 3 keys, and about whether or not, I'm going to spin while I do this so you see, whether or not or how they can go on the Odyssey quest. So they feel called to, but are hitting up against what feel like very real blocks. And they are. I don't know if I have the time. How am I going to get the money? This kind of thing. So I'm offering my story as an example of how to use these 3 keys. It's why we teach them, is because they do allow magic and miracles to happen. So you start with, what's the context? The context for me this week was, I can see beyond these blocks that I'm hitting up against my life. I just keep hitting up against what feels like a wall, like I can't get beyond it. I've tried everything I know to do to get beyond it, but I can't get beyond it. So now what do I do? So I grab the key ring. So the key ring for me is, I want to get there. I'm not going to bore you with all the details. I want to get there in my life. And I'm going to start with, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I've tried everything I know how to do. I don't know. So I grabbed that. I want to know. What do I need to know? And I have the ways, and we'll actually teach. We're going to be teaching a way in a couple of days that we're going to send out to you, another practical tool to use that I use quite often. But I want to know, and I'm willing to act. So I did that, and I heard, go to the mountains. Go to the mountains. That's all I knew. So I got a car, came up to the mountains, because I was willing to act, and I worked it out. I said, okay, if that's what you want me to do, Spirit, higher self, my guides, if that's what you want me to do, show me how to do it. And it worked out. So I'm up here. And I've had the most profound days. I mean, today was a day of a lot of healing. And it's just grabbing those keys and keep going through them. I don't know. I want to know. I'm willing to act. And as things came up for me, I heard, go meditate. I felt like I needed to go. And I sat down to meditate. An idea comes to me. I feel into it. Yes, go do it. And I've done a lot of crying today. I've done a lot of freaking crying today. There were things that needed to be healed. They needed to be attended to. They needed to be sat with in myself so that energy, that incomplete energy, could complete itself. So some of it was from earlier in this life. I saw some stuff that happened when I was a child that hurt a lot. Some stuff came up that what I got as it was coming up was about past life trauma and was very, very, very exactly to the point of the block that I'm experiencing in this life. So, guys, here I am. And I heard to make this for you, and so here I am. I live these keys. Sheila lives these keys. It's what gives us the literally magic life that we have. It's a magic that has pain, it has trauma. It has the healing of trauma. It has joy. It has things that when I describe these to people, they're like, how the hell did that work out for you? And I just, most of the time I say, I don't really know. I don't really know how it worked out, and it did, and they do, and it keeps happening and keeps happening and keeps happening. So we are going to be communicating with you this week because we're hearing from more than a few people that they really would like to go on our Mystical Catalonia Odyssey quest in October, and they're running into what feels like roadblocks, and these are the things that stop them. Maybe you're experiencing that. It stops you in your life. These are the kinds of things that stop you from moving forward, and these are exactly the points when those keys, that key ring needs to be grabbed, the keys need to be worked and worked and worked, and keep practicing willingness, keep moving forward. So many blessings to you. Thanks for tuning in. And we will be in contact soon to give you the next step, a tool that can help you to move forward. And I'm going to invite you, if you feel called, if you are aware of that calling in you, it's like, I'm really interested in that trip. I'm really interested in that journey. I feel drawn to it. I'm going to invite you to just make that your key ring. Make that the key ring. That's the context. I want this. And then you start practicing. I don't know how to make it happen, etc. All right. Much love. Mwah. Talk to you soon. Bye.